and I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day where you can learn to work and play and get along with each other. Except for my list, because they don't like life. You gotta listen to your heart, listen to the beat, listen to the rhythm of the street. Open up your eyes, open up your ears, get together and make things better by working together. Well, it's a simple message, and it comes from the heart. Believe in yourself, for that's the place. Wait, no, that's the place to start. And I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day where you can learn to work and play and get along with each other. Repeat.
All right, dude. So thank you for watching Teddybears and Tentacles episode number 22. We got Skinny Rick on the Arthur theme song remix. What's up,
The only thing that would have made that better is if you had been beatboxing in the background.
I couldn't do it, dude.
It's like...
I did not expect you to go for as long as you did, so... Well,
you know, some of that.
Yeah. What's been going on?
Work.
Work.
My family's been out of town, so I've just been... Caitlin's here, but
yeah,
I've just been working, making money,
Blue
and
Door,
whatnot. Yeah,
and here.
I closed last night. I'll close tonight.
How was closing? Have you closed before?
Yeah, I've closed before, but we just recently got extended hours, so instead of closing at 5:30, we close at 8.
Yeah.
So that was a little bit different.
Yeah. So I have a lot of people come.
We've only done it for like 2 days now. And we have had some business after 5:30, but not much. We're thinking that probably once people find out that we're open that late, they'll keep coming because a lot of those students don't get out, until like 7 or 7:30. So some of them might swing by and grab a little snack
waffle
or something. Yeah. But
dude. I
closed with Ethan last night. I'll close again with Ethan tonight.
That's fine.
And we're down for a silly goose time.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Well, dude, I've been sick for like a minute now, and I'm still not feeling good. So that's pretty much it, bro. I'm moving next weekend.
That's
pretty
exciting.
Cool. Yeah, I guess. And got another podcast starting today with guy Matt. So I'm pretty pumped about that. That'll be fun. He's the Army Special Forces helicopter pilot guy.
Yeah.
And so, it should be pretty cool.
I wonder if it's going to be spooky.
I don't know, dude.
Hearing some of this stuff. It's like, one time, like, I dodged an RPG.
Yeah.
Crap like that.
Well, his episode of The Neglected, he talks about a bunch of stuff that happened. He was in a helicopter crash and stuff like that.
He was in a crash?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I always thought that, because they always say that you're very unlikely to survive a helicopter crash.
I don't know, man. But his story is on The Neglected. For anybody that wants to go watch that, his name's Matt Rogie. And so we're starting that thing today, right after this. So this might be a little bit short of an episode.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think we should probably get right into it because we talked about it for a second, but I have a lot of stuff.
We do have a lot of stuff, and it's already 10:11.
Yep. So we're going to jump right into it. First thing that I wanted to look at was type in Iranian commander gunned down in front of home. Iranian forces commander, whatever his name is, was gunned down.
Abdul Hossein
Mojadami was gunned down in front of his own home on Wednesday in Khuzestan province of Iran. News agency IRNA reported. The Basij forces, one of the 5 forces of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, are often used to suppress protests and demonstrations in the Islamic Republic. He was killed by 2 men who were masked riding a motorcycle, Iranian media reported. Iranian security forces are investigating the matter. The killing could possibly signal that the regime is unable to contain widespread discontent among the Iranian public. Murder follows the assassination of Qasem Soleimani earlier this month by U.S. Special Forces. So I just kind of wanted to talk about this.
That's the whole thing.
We've been talking about Iran for a little bit now, and
so this was like domestic terrorists. Is that what this would be?
I mean, it just sounds like he was assassinated, and so I don't know if you remember right after the assassination happened, there was a lot of stuff going around in media.
They're saying, he was specifically targeted. It wasn't just the dudes were driving by shooting. Okay,
so it showed
that makes way more sense. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, right after the airstrike that killed Soleimani, they were.
You're talking about in Iran?
Yeah. They were. The media was showing a lot of different stuff, like his funeral, how many people were there, and
was there a lot? I didn't
showing
see
like
the
a
funeral.
lot of like protests and stuff like that. Yeah,
I know that Iran itself, the people are very divided over.
Yeah,
like the government's like wanting revenge, and some of the people are like, what?
Yeah. Well, the media was kind of portraying it to be like everybody over there was upset, really upset about it. And there were a lot of people who were, but, there's a lot of people also who are not in support of that regime. And so, it seems to be, like you said, kind of divided. But, I just wanted to talk about it because of the media spin that they had put on it right at first. Like there are civilians there and that are not happy with what's going on in this regime. So you can look it up if you want, the video of all the people at his funeral.
What was his name?
Soleimani. So Solemani, I think.
Oh no, there it is.
No, just do YouTube, dude.
Just do any. I guess. I guess it really doesn't matter.
What do I have to do?
Oh.
Yeah, this stuff. I saw. This is actually the one that I saw, but I saw some video. It looked like it was from a helicopter or something like that of like people in the streets, man, just tons and tons of people. It was pretty bizarre. But without knowing that there are a lot of people there in Iran that were for the assassination of this guy, without knowing that information, it looked kind of spooky with how many people were just like filling the streets and stuff like that. So go ahead and
this
go through
is
it a little bit. Yeah.
Go ahead and what?
Go through it a little bit. See if we
scrub through.
Yeah.
It looks like they're reusing a lot of the same shots.
Yeah.
What is this? Is this where?
I don't know.
What are they doing? They're like touching this guy.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
They're just playing it back. Is that what's happening now? Someone's up giving a speech.
Yeah, I think that's his daughter.
Dude, look at how fast she's talking. Did you see that? She was spitting some verses,
Yeah. Yeah, so let's see if there was anything else.
I don't know.
There, on the same note, there was another thing that I wanted to look at that was on Al Jazeera.
Okay.
Do Iran seek nuclear or just do Al Jazeera Iran nuclear weapons? So this I found pretty interesting.
We'll
there
never
you go. First
seek.
one, yeah. So
are you serious?
This is what this article says. Iran will never seek nuclear weapons with or without the nuclear deal, Iranian President Hassan Rouhani said on Wednesday. So this is on Al Jazeera. He also called on European powers to avoid the United States' mistake of violating the historic 2015 nuclear accord with major powers. We have never sought nuclear weapons with or without the nuclear deal. We will never seek nuclear weapons, said Rouhani, according to the website. Rouhani said his country was still committed to the agreement, but warned any violation by signatories to the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, as it's formally known, will have consequences. In reaction to Washington's withdrawal from the deal in 2018 and its reimposition of the crippling sanctions, Iran has gradually rolled back its commitments. I'm telling European countries we are in the GCPOA and we haven't withdrawn from it. We don't want to destroy it. We're committed to it. The reduction in our commitment is according to them. If you renege on the agreement, we are responsible for the consequences. We are not responsible for what is it?
You are responsible for all consequences. We are not responsible for the consequences. Well, now hold on. So they're saying that they've never sought nuclear weapons, but I thought back in what was it, 2015 or 2016, there was a huge thing about we found out that they were breaking the. Yeah,
look it up. Do Iran's history with nuclear weapons. So I'm not really sure, man, but I'm really the phrasing that they use for all that stuff, it makes it sound like he's like, we're never going to do it, but we might, it's kind of weird. So just go to the first one, not the Wikipedia one.
This one?
Yeah. Let's see if we can see. Scroll down. Iran's interest in nuclear technology dates to the 1950s, when the Shah of Iran received technical assistance under the U.S. Atoms for Peace program. While the assistance ended with the 1979 Iranian Revolution, Iran remained interested in nuclear technology and developed an extensive nuclear fuel cycle, including sophisticated enrichment capabilities, which became the subject of intense international negotiations and sanctions between 2002 and 2015. So they developed just some type of, it says fuel cycle. So I guess they figured out some kind of way to
propel.
Yeah, something. To propel the actual.
I just remember it being a huge thing because when it happened, everyone was getting spooked because it was.
I guess. So scroll down a little bit. So it seems like maybe.
It just seems to me like they have a history of.
I guess they figured it out.
Yeah,
I guess they figured it out. We found out that they figured it out, and then we were like, you're gonna start you can't use this for weapons. You can't, that type of thing. I mean, does that seem like what happened? That's what it kind of makes it sound like.
I don't know, dude. All this stuff is so tough because it's we don't really know, what's going on. But I just remember everyone talking about how they were scared because, Iran was doing a violation on the treaty or whatever it is, the agreement.
So on 16th of January 2016, all nuclear-related sanctions on Iran were lifted in response to its progress meeting key metrics of the deal. However, on Mrs. Wood. Okay. I'm not sure, dude. It's I guess
basically
they lifted the restrictions. Is that what it's saying?
I don't understand.
On 16th of January 2016, all nuclear-related sanctions on Iran were lifted in response to its progress meeting key. I mean, it makes it sound like they met whatever the regulations of the deal were for however long they were supposed to, and then it was they lifted it.
Yeah.
And then everybody started freaking out.
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know, dude. I don't remember this.
I was wee small,
Dude, that was 3 years ago. It wasn't
I'm 17, so I was
I guess
14.
Yeah.
That's true. There's a big difference there.
That's a significant
in 3 more years, I'll be 20.
Yeah.
Or almost 21.
That's
it'll be.
About, dude.
Yeah. But once I clear 21, it's you're just.
I'm gonna be
here.
30 next Saturday. It's pretty weird. But anyway, this is kind of weird. Scroll down some more and let's see if there's anything else that we. So it says right here, U.S. intelligence agencies have long suspected Iran of using its civilian nuclear program as a cover for clandestine weapon development.
Blast.
Yeah. Yep, it's pretty interesting, dude.
Of
course, they had Russia and Iran signed a bilateral nuclear cooperation agreement in August 1992. But yeah, dude. So I'm not quite sure what that means. I guess they never actually had the weapons for sure. It makes it sound like, but
it's like allegedly
there was heavy suspicion that they were trying to or something like that.
That they were doing a sneak.
Yeah. Well,
we'll see.
Yeah,
you know, if someone gets nuked, we'll know who did it.
Yeah. But according to their president, nobody's
doing it.
Nobody's doing it. So we will see. They have all those ballistic missiles and stuff, though. And apparently they did end up doing some type of damage with one of the strikes that they've done to U.S. forces recently. But yeah, so I want to talk about a couple of other stuff. I guess while we're still on the Iran thing as well, we can look up the $3 million bounty on Trump.
How weird is that?
There you go.
Al Jazeera. How weird is that, though, that countries can just, like Iran, just straight,
yeah,
anyone who wants to kill the U.S. president will pay you, and nobody cares. Like,
yeah.
Like, could you imagine if we were like, hey, anyone down to take out Putin?
Yeah, and
like,
you don't get in trouble for it.
And it's like,
it seems like you would get in trouble for that no matter what.
That's like immediately it's like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
But Iran's like,
yeah,
we'll pay you so much money.
It's crazy. An Iranian legislature on Tuesday offered a U.S. $3 million award to anyone who kills U.S. President Donald Trump to avenge the assassination of top General Qasem Soleimani. American Disarmament Ambassador Robert Wood dismissed the reward as ridiculous, telling reporters in Geneva it showed the terrorist underpinnings of Iran's establishment. Ahmad Hamzeh, a little-known member of parliament, offered the bounty on behalf of the people of Kerman, the hometown and final resting place of the revered Soleimani, who was killed in an American drone strike in neighboring Iraq on January 3rd. We will give $3 million to anyone who kills Trump.
Holy crap. Think about that. Hold on.
He did not say...
Oh, sorry, hold on. Okay. Just thinking about how
$2.4 billion
Trump's net worth. Like, think about the fact that they're going to pay you it's so much money, but not really. Like, compared to how much he's worth, you know?
Dude, so that's pretty weird. Supposedly, I saw,
and this isn't illegal.
Yeah.
Like, well, so that's the thing is like obviously like it's a whole country, you know. It's not like illegal like here where it's like you break a law, you go to jail. But like that's not breaking some sort of like code of conduct. That's like bad sportsmanship to me, dude.
I mean, he's a member of parliament, dude. It's like it's bad diplomacy, wouldn't you think? Like it's not a diplomat. It's not like a positive diplomatic. He's a government official.
Could you imagine just being like, yeah, 3 million, and then like later you like are at like a thing and you like see him and it's like,
is that not like an act of
act of war?
Yeah,
that's what I'm so confused.
Yeah, it's very weird. And the ambassador is like, $3 million.
How much is he worth? We don't have that
First
much.
off, it's not worth that. Like, I don't know, dude. Maybe you could get away with it if you did it in Iran. Like if he was in Iran.
Yeah.
But you'll never get away with that.
Over here. Dude, Trump has, I mean.
Also, like no matter what you do, you have to successfully make a $3 million transaction after that, which is
impossible.
Yeah, I mean,
You
really,
you take out
like they find you.
like you take out probably the most high profile person
Yeah,
at all right now,
there is.
and then you got to survive, get to the freaking place to get your money, and then live the rest of your life
freaking out,
waiting for this like CIA to catch up with you or something, you know?
Yeah.
'Cause
Ooh, I don't know, dude. That's crazy.
like there's no way you could do it as a person. It would have to be like a company. It would have to be like a private military that's like, yeah. Okay.
Dude, I want to look this up. So we were watching Hulu last night. We were watching Killing Eve, and they had these commercials coming on that was like presidential candidate commercials on Hulu with this guy named Steyer. Type in Steyer, I think. Yeah, click that. So this guy is running for president kind of out of nowhere. Tom Steyer, he is a billionaire hedge fund manager. So this is, and listen, I don't know much about this guy, but like a philanthropist, hedge fund manager, those are usually the people that end up like, you know, the nightmare stories that you hear. That we're talking about the Rothschilds, we're talking about George Soros, we're talking about like Jeffrey Epstein considered himself a philanthropist.
What is the definition of a philanthropist?
Philanthropist is somebody who like takes interest in basically life and the way that people live it. And so a lot of times these people have a lot of money, and so they fund these people's like way of life or whatever, or like a group of people to like migrate somewhere else. You know, like supposedly George Soros funded the caravan that was coming from Argentina or you know wherever it was coming from recently.
Okay. So there's high potential for kitty touching in there.
Yeah, I mean, what's more?
I'm not talking about him specifically.
Yeah,
I'm just talking about philanthropists.
Yeah. But then there's some that like, there's some that are probably
good.
You know, there's some.
I mean, look at this guy. This guy looks like a nice guy.
There's a character in.
He looks happy.
There's a character in that show Homeland. He's one of my favorite characters in the show, but his family made a lot of money off the Nazis. And so,
dude, there's a comic book series called Simon Says about a dude who basically hunts down and assassinates Nazis post World War II. Yeah. That crap sounds freaking insane. Yeah. Could you imagine?
It sounds hardcore. Well,
but yeah, continue.
What was I saying, dude?
You were saying that this in the show Homeland, this guy made a bunch of money off of the Nazis.
So he's a philanthropist, and what he does is he just like makes poor like communities better. Like he uses all the money that he inherited from his family to do like that. And so
okay,
it's pretty, I don't know, dude. But anyway, so I wanted to watch this video, bro. This is pretty funny. So type in his name, Tom Steyer, before that. So Tom interrupts Bernie and Elizabeth Warren.
So don't know how to spell Elizabeth.
Eliza. Dude, that's fine. Dude, okay. This is hilarious, bro. This dude. Do we have volume? Is volume going to come on?
On an awkward moment between Sanders
this is
and
the
Warren.
funniest thing ever. So first off, I'll tell you what's happening.
Do we want the audio?
Yeah. So the first thing that's happening is I don't know how long the video is going to be and how much of the context
it says 108.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what it's going to show, but what I'm saying is Elizabeth Warren is telling Bernie Sanders that he said, or not telling Bernie Sanders, but telling the audience that Bernie Sanders said that a woman could not be president or something. And so they're in this, like, he's like, you're lying. She's like, you're telling me I'm lying. And he's like, we can talk about this, like, you know, afterwards. So watch the video about what this guy does.
I'm interested. What the heck, dude?
Dude,
Who is this guy?
We got to get the video. Do it. Click that. Yeah. Let's see if that'll do it. Yeah, watch this. So, I heard.
Wait, what's happening?
So they're like arguing with one another.
Oh,
he just comes up and he's like, "Hey, Bernie, just wanted to say hi."
Oh, does he actually do that?
Yeah.
Wait.
Watch him.
Oh, what?
It doesn't for some reason. See if we can get it with the audio. I don't know, dude. Anyway, this guy Hulu is playing this guy's ad, which is interesting. So he is
hey, Bernie,
he's a billionaire hedge fund manager, and yeah. So this is a guy that's here. And of course, like the media takes this and wants to turn this into like giving this guy props for doing this, and it's like he just did an a-hole maneuver, dude, and interrupted two people.
He just wanted to say, wanted to say hi.
Just want to say hi. Yeah, but I heard a mic'd version of it somewhere. I don't remember where, but yeah, that was how the exchange was going. They were like back and forth. She was saying like you're telling me I'm lying, and Bernie's like, look, we could talk about this later or whatever, and he's just like, hey Bernie, want to say hey. Yeah. Just like in the middle of that exchange. It was funny. So yeah, let's go to the next thing. So type in Epstein's cellmate tried to save him. This is interesting.
Wait. Is that how you spell it? No, I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's not it. Okay, I guess it's not really. It doesn't really matter. I can literally just talk about it. So I guess this was under investigation. So this was for the first suicide attempt, and they were having some type of investigation, I guess, and his cellmate, who, people within the conspiracy theory thing that don't dig very deep into this thing are like, this is something they bring up, that this like quadruple homicide drug dealer cop who was like steroided out was his roommate, and that he tried to like suicide himself, and there was investigation was going underway for, I guess, in that situation as well, and they officially cleared him of it yesterday. So, and this is they lost the footage for both cells and all that stuff, and so I don't know what that investigation would have looked like. I guess in the process of doing the autopsy, I don't know, maybe they could have looked for like some type of bruising that would have happened before, because the suicide attempt and the actual alleged suicide did not, take place that far from one another. But I don't know, man. What do you think?
So what's the thing? He tried to save him?
Yeah, he says that he tried to save him. And that he wasn't trying to kill him, which, like I said, they lost the footage. So I'm just curious.
So they're thinking that the cellmate killed him.
Would look like.
That's what people are saying.
Well, no, he didn't have a cellmate whenever his death actually happened. The first suicide attempt, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He did have a cellmate.
And how did he try to kill himself that time?
I don't know. Let's look it up. Look up. I think the same way. I'm pretty sure. How did Epstein's first suicide attempt? Yeah, they don't really say, but yes, I mean, regardless, I just don't know if they got the wrong cell, so they got the wrong floor, is what they're saying. So like sell B12 or whatever just on the wrong floor. That was the video that they ended up saving. But without a video, how do you clear somebody in an investigation like that? You know what I mean? Like I said, you would have to use, there have to be something that they could do with the autopsy to figure that stuff out. If like prior damage happened before the actual suicide.
I'm still just like, who did we pay to work in this prison? Like, what the heck? What are we doing? We're getting incapable people to run our security. Okay, that not likely. I just can't, like, I don't buy the fact that we forgot to check on him, and also
it's weird, man.
Also,
if I was
we recorded the wrong floor.
If I was Trump, I would have him locked in the wine cellar of the freaking White House. You know,
put him in the bomb shelter underneath.
I mean, I don't get it, dude. You know, whenever you look at pictures of like look up what that prison looks like. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll put the picture up whenever we do this thing in post, but basically it's this weird little, I might actually have them on my phone. Let's see.
That's just the door. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. So what it is it's like there's like a set of steps that go to, it's 4 steps that go to like up to this hallway, and in the hallway are the cells in which one of them, Jeffrey Epstein, either suicided, was murdered, or a combination of both. But yeah, it is weird, dude. It's weird. It's still weird that nobody's getting really held responsible for this. I heard somebody say that Trump somewhere had told someone that a bunch of U.S. officials were about to get, like 20-something U.S. officials were going to be getting arrested soon, like high-level ones. So I'm curious as to how much that has to do with this. I can't think of anything else that's going on that would have a large group of people connected to it right now, except for maybe some type of embezzlement or something like that. But yeah, dude, that's what's going on. Click that picture, dude.
Which one?
You see which one it is, bro. Right above that Department of Justice one.
This?
Yeah. Dude, a young Donald Trump, beautiful hair. Look at those eyebrows on Trump, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Just chilling with Jeff. Look at the guy next to he's like looking at Epstein with his mustache. I wonder what that guy's thinking. See if we can get some better pictures of that guy.
I think that's it, dude.
Yeah, we're gonna put this guy up here.
I think that's. Oh, here's one.
He's having a drink. Dude, does he have a mullet?
I think he did.
Bro,
I think.
not looking good.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, dude. Is that what that is?
I think so, man.
I can't. No, wait. I think that's something else behind him. Cause see, it's black right here.
Click a different picture. Look, click that one. Yeah.
I can't.
Is
tell. I can't tell.
Well, yeah. So that's what's going on, man. And then, supposedly, I don't know if we talked about it last time, but there's a judge that ruled that they would
This one's my favorite one.
They would not be releasing to the public any information pertaining to Ghislaine Maxwell. What do you think about that?
Who won't release the information?
It is Judge will not grant public access to documents involving alleged Madam Ghislaine Maxwell Federal judge in New York ruled that a large cache of never-before-seen files related to a long-settled defamation case involving the late disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein's alleged Madam Ghislaine Maxwell would not be released to the public because they are not subject to the presumption of public access. The documents stem from a 2015 legal complaint launched by alleged victim Virginia Guffey against Maxwell, a New York City socialite and former girlfriend of Epstein, who was helping with the child sex trafficking ring. The complaint, in which Guffey was originally listed as Jane Doe number 3, Guffey alleges that Maxwell approached her in 1999 when she was 15 years old and convinced her to sleep with Epstein. Guffey also alleges that the suit was used as a sex slave for nearly 3 years. So apparently they're not going to release the details on this thing, probably because she's still out there. I think they probably got her, dude. What do you think?
You think they have her?
Yeah.
And they're not telling anyone so that she doesn't kill herself?
Dude, do you really think like a socialite like that, like a British socialite? So you're looking at like the royal family, and then under them, if you're not looking at like all the weird, whatevers, like
Dude.
these are the people, you know what I mean? Like her dad was basically, look up Robert Maxwell real quick. Her dad was found in the ocean on his yacht. And, supposedly he has ties to like Mossad or something like that. So, scroll down and let's see if we just do what happened to Robert Maxwell.
Where?
Look, see, people also ask right there. Yeah, click that. 1991, his body was discovered floating in the Atlantic Ocean, having fallen overboard from his yacht. He was buried in Jerusalem. Maxwell's death triggered the collapse of his publishing empire as banks called in loans, blah, blah, blah. Maxwell companies. Go ahead and click. Just click it. Yeah. Scroll down. Keep going. See if we can get to just keep going. Israeli connection. Stop. The British Foreign Office suspect that Maxwell was a secret agent of the foreign government, possibly a double agent or triple agent, and a thoroughly bad character and almost certainly financed by Russia. He had known links to the British Secret Intelligence Service, MI16, to the KGB and Israeli Intelligence Service, Mossad. 6 serving and former heads of Israeli intelligence services attended Maxwell's funeral in Israel when Israel Prime Minister eulogized and stated he has done more for Israel than can today be said. So now look up Epstein Sacrifice Temple. Type in Israeli flag. Go back to Jeffrey Epstein Sacrifice Temple. It's kind of weird, so supposedly Ghislaine Maxwell ended up with all of her dad's money somehow or another, and I don't know. Like in the conspiracy community, people think that people say that she's Mossad. They think that Epstein's working for Israel, and so a lot of them point to the pattern on his sacrifice temple.
Sure.
As the Israeli flag and all that stuff. It's pretty weird, dude. But for whatever reason, they're not going to release this information on her.
Blam.
Tim Dillon. I don't know, bro. It's just really the whole thing is just so strange, man.
Yeah, dude.
It really is. So, yeah. I guess we'll see what happens, man. Like I said, I still think that something's going to go down soon. There's a guy who said that he had went on the island and ran across it. It took him 30 minutes.
Like snuck in?
Yeah. Supposedly, like, his full staff is still operating there. Epstein's staff. It's pretty weird, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why would they still be there? You know?
I don't know. It's 10:55.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got to get out of here. I got to start this other podcast here shortly. Thank y'all for watching. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can. My Twitter handle is @TBATQuinn.
Mine is @TBAT Skinny Rick, SKINERICK.
Yep. So follow us, like, share, subscribe. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, subscribe.
It's only
it's only a click. It's only 4
notifications a month.
Tell your friends. Tell your pets. That's it.
Tell your mom too, I guess.
Tell your mom.
She's trying to be hip and cool.
Yep. So that's it. We'll see y'all next week.
And I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day where you can learn to work and play and get along with each other. Except for Nihilus, because they don't like life. You gotta listen to your heart, listen to the beat, listen to the rhythm of the street. Open up your eyes, open up your ears, get together and make things better by working together. Well, it's a simple message and it comes from the heart. Believe in yourself, for that's the place. That's the place to start. And I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day where you can learn to work and play and get along with each other.